What is going on, my beautiful people? What's happening? What's happening? Long time no see. I did make a video about 3 or 4 days ago, and it was kind of crybaby shit. Anyway, but sorry about the way I look. It's early in the morning. I'm like up against it. I want to show you guys something real quick. See if you can see this picture. 'Cause I want to talk about something. And what I want to talk about, is how this time of year it can get crazy, tumultuous. Some people can become depressed over money because we've become such a materialistic society that if you can't buy gifts to add up, like I ain't going to go into examples, but it's very easy to be stressed over bills and just anything and everything. Like right now, and the reason I brought up this picture, I want to show this picture of peace, because this time of year, man, it seems like I had this like a flashback. Me and Kim's got into it here yesterday, sort of got in a pretty good argument up against it. She had invited her family, her mom, and some of the, which they, we usually always go over there, or we go out to her brother's, but our house is real little and we're pretty modest, but her brother's a school teacher. His wife's a psychiatrist, or something like that. And, highly educated type people, nice place down in Indiana, so, and, our bathroom was tore apart because we've been remodeling it and got plumbing issues on replacing all the plumbing underneath. And so about 5 days ago, she's like, they're coming. I'm like, holy fuck, are you kidding me, dude? No way. So, I've been like up against it trying to get this thing done, and I don't even know what we got into it about, but just, bickering at each other, trying to get shit done. And then we tear into each other. And, if you're the kind of people like we are, like, we don't fight. Like a lot of couples, they just fight on a weekly and they get the pressure released or whatever. She and I will go months and months and months without, fighting or anything. So whenever we do fight, it'll be like something about something real little, and then all this pressure, is released or whatever. But anyway, that had reminded me, because I just got into a little argument with my son. It's like I've been drawing these experiences. Oh yeah, and I wanted to tell you guys what's been going on. My dad's been in and out of the hospital last 5 or 6 weeks. He's been in there like 5 or 6 times, going to the emergency room, and they can't figure out what's wrong with it. It's a long story, but he's back home now. He's doing better, I guess. We'll just leave it at that. But that's caused a lot of stress. And that picture, I know my story is just going everywhere. That picture, Kim's dad made that picture. And the story behind this thing, because this is what I'm wanting to get to somehow. That was my stomach. I'm hungry. I don't know why I'm hungry. It's like 6, 7 in the morning. Anyway. When he died, first off, he's like, her dad is Irish as Irish can get. And for whatever reason, I don't know if it's an Irish culture thing, but they don't like in-laws. They don't like neighbors. They are always into it or I don't know if all Irish people are like this, but I know that he was most certainly like this. And Kim's pretty Irish too, so him and her would butt heads, and he's just one of those kind of guys that this picture, for him to make this picture, and I feel something coming off this picture. She says when she looks at it, it pulses, that she can see the cross pulsating. And I feel something when I look at this. And what's weird is when he passed in September. It's been a lot of years ago, about 10 years ago. And so we went into Christmas kind of like the Family Feud, and, I don't know if it always happens, when somebody dies and then kids have fallouts and parents take sides or whatever, whatever the case. But anyway, that picture when Kim went over there, and her and her mom kind of like got things patched up, and her and her brother got things patched up, or whatever the case was, she got that picture, brought it home, and there was irony to it that he even made that picture, and there was irony that that was, you know, one of the things that he made, and it just happened to be sitting right there, like when she walked in, because they only get this out during Christmas, and there it was, you know, and it was like speaking to her, calling to her, you know. And so we have this out. We've had this out every Christmas, and we always have it sitting there. But my point is that, you know, this is the time of year, man, that if there was ever a time to find peace, if there was ever a time to need peace, and the only way that you really, I mean, one of the most fastest ways to come into peace is forgiveness of yourself and of somebody else. And if you can't do that, if it's just too hard to forgive right now, you can still find peace. You can know that it will work itself out. You know, that there will be a time that you'll be able to move forward, or this person will be able to move forward, and that you know, and then you'll be able to take another step. You know, once you take the first step, it's the first step that's the hardest, and you nudge, and you finally get that first half a step in. Now you've just moved closer to it, you know, the forgiveness and to the peace and to the where you want to be, you know, because you know, everything in your life, like the experiences I'm drawing to me right now, is because my flow state is off. It's because I don't want to say that I'm purposely drawing these experiences, but if one experience gets you off and you're off and you can't get yourself back on, and you can't get yourself back on track to at least being at peace and being good with what the hell's going on right now, because people are going to fight, people are going to argue, people are not going to talk, people are, you know, you're going to be broke on the holidays, you're not going to be able to get gifts, sometimes you are, sometimes you aren't, maybe you don't get what you wanted, or maybe, who knows what, you know, that's stupid there, but you know what I'm saying, like there's going to be things, and you're going to need peace, and you're going to need to just, because your flow, the way that you are, once you get cooked, you know, like, and what made me think of this last night was my back. I had back surgery 2 years ago, and I've not had nerve, where shooting nerves, you know, that shoot, like where my disc touches the nerve. Man, I'm telling you, anybody who's had it will tell you about it. It ain't no joke, you know, sciatic nerve and all that shit. And, you know, under so much stress, I really felt, and I finally and my back was tweaking, and I finally got to this point where I was like, I don't give a fuck what they think of our house, you know, I don't care. They're only going to be here a couple hours. If my bathroom's not done, it's not done. If my house isn't good enough, if the leaves aren't raked, you know what I mean? Because we're like, or she's got me feeling like, you know, everything's got to be perfect. And man, it's like a lot of stress, you know, because there's a lot of shit that needs to be done, you know. Like I say, man, I had to have bathroom completely tore apart, completely. You know, all the cabinets are out there. I've been painting and primer, and we wallpapered it and redone the ceiling, blah, blah, blah. But, and not only that, I got plumbing issues. So I'm having to replace all the old galvanized. This house was moved here in 58. So that was something else that was already going on. And, you know, like 7 days before Thanksgiving, he's like, oh, they're coming, you know. So like, anyway, you know, that created, so, which is creating even more problems in my life. And so my point is that you just, you know, who cares, man? You know, don't get yourself out of a flow, or get yourself out of alignment. Don't get yourself to where you start drawing, and your frequency or your vibe or your energy comes down to where these experiences down here is what you start to draw into your experience. You don't want to bring that into you. You know, you want to keep it up here or somewhere close to here. And really the only way is to understand that just things happen, man. Nothing's perfect. It's not going to be perfect. Just let it be. Just let it be. Take an inhale. exhale, and just, because I'm telling you right now, worrying and fighting with people doesn't fix it. It's not going to help it. It doesn't do anything. It just really literally makes things worse. And then not only are you making things worse, you're going to draw other experiences. You know, now you're going to be in a rush and you're going to have a flat, or battery's going to go to, there's just going to be more shit because you're not thinking, you're not smooth, you're not just chill, you're not, you know, and you're going to do something, you're going to leave the lights on in the car, you're going to do this, you're going to forget to lock the door, forget your keys, lock your keys in the house because you're stressed over shit that you can't control. Just chill, man, and find peace. And anyway, I just want to talk to my people. I love you guys, and some of you are subscribed to Alan's channel and seen the Behind the Veil, so you got a longer explanation of what's going on with me and what's been going on with me. Because it started off, I was just getting away from videos for a minute, and I was just getting away from making them and watching them. And then Dad started, he started having problems, and that's been going on like steady now, good at least 6 weeks. And I mean, it's a daily thing. I could be getting a call today saying he's back in the emergency room. It's literally that. And he was perfect yesterday. So that's how it's been. It's like he gets out, gets better, 2 or 3 days goes by, he's perfect. Bam, next thing you know, he's back in, and they can't figure out, you know, why he's not breathing, why he's passing out, getting dizzy. Just, he's got a host of things going on. But anyway, I love y'all, and we're all stressed. I'm stressed, but I finally said, you know what? I don't care, man. I don't care, you know? I don't care. I don't know why I cared to begin with. I think I was feeling her energy, and she's like a clean freak and all that crap anyway, you know, like somebody's coming. She sees cobwebs in places I've never, you know, it's like, you know, they're millions of miles away to me, you know, but to her, you know, so I don't know what she thinks somebody's, you know, going to be looking up at our cathedral ceiling, you know, looking for a cobweb, but whatever, man. So that's what's up. I hope y'all have a happy Thanksgiving. I wanted to get something on here, get it out, just say this, that I love y'all. And man, just don't take the shit, you know, just be at peace. Just be at peace. And start towards forgiveness of whatever's going on, you know, start towards, you know, a lot of times, and I've forgiven people and never have told them, you know, and I know that's kind of like, you know, whatever. But that was some of the people that I've forgiven in that sort of a way. They're so toxic that, you know, it's just best that, you know, that I just forgive them and we just leave it at that. And maybe someday it'll come up, but I'm not breaking my neck to say, hey, I'll let you know I forgive. Who knows what that'll reopen and rehash. And, you know, trust me, you know, I got one foot on a banana peel and the other one standing on Vaseline, and I could slide right down that hill. I'm so human, dude. I'm so human. So anyway, and I know a lot of you are too. So, you know, just be at peace. Let the shit roll off of you. If you're going to have the money, you're going to have the money. If you're not, you're not. And, you know, if somebody hates you and they're like, can I thank you? You know, then they don't understand Christmas anyway. You know, and that's not what it's about. Man, this is about really, in all reality, this is about forgiveness. And regardless if you believe in the Jesus story or not, you know, it's the #1 story going, and it's about forgiveness. You know, that's what that story is. That story is about, that's all it's about, is forgiveness. So, and so are all the other stories. You know, there's tons of other stories that are similar to that story. So be at peace, get back in your flow, get back, you know, where you're not crooked and you're not, and it's stopping, right? Because I don't know, man, it's like you know, it's like a log jam. It's like you know, you see a river and then you see one log get caught between the 2 pillars of a bridge here, another log comes, because once you get that clog, you just drew another log to it. Now here's, you know, some brush, and now here's some bushes, and here's another log, and a trash can that was floating down there. And all these things begin to gather and start to build up this dam, you know. And, man, as soon as that one log gets, smack that motherfucker out of the way. Get the shit flowing. Don't let anything clog you up. Don't let anything get you off kilter. I went way too long. Love y'all. Peace. Happy holidays. I'll be back after Thanksgiving because I got some really fun stories. Kim is just, and there's been some weird shit going on with us. I think we're jumping timelines and Mandela effect experiences, and so I want to get back onto some of that because it's some of it's just interesting and neat to hear about because I mean, we're either nuts or some shit's going on. So anyway, I love y'all. Peace. I holler.